Da sind wir wieder. Weiter geht's. In der verfluchten Seele. Helped! All you did was give me stupid ideas. Ah, but I also gave you good advice. More than I could have given. It is your fault if you only listen to the bad ones. Anyway, I'm very close to getting rid of her. And you will help me. And why would I help you? One hand washes the other, as you would say. I want to get rid of her, and you too. Höre ich ihr zu? Höre ich ihr nicht zu? Ja, zuhören kann man mal. I can't go into details now. She may listen. She vanished and I was again alone with the bartender. Enough talking, you came here to drink. A beer would be great. I'm on it, fellow. I had barely taken the first sip when she appeared. You started without me. I will have to run to catch you. It wasn't meant for me to be in Dublin, but I was, and so she was. And so was she, so. I was already wondering if I had chosen the wrong pub. I knew she was one of my soulmates and that she was somehow important. I told you, I'm terrible with schedules. I talked about how everything seemed to fit. So, what are you thinking about Dublin? Probably the same as you. I haven't had time to see much yet. I went to my hotel, which is kind of far away, slept a bit and came here. We spoke for hours. It was amazing how well things worked between us. Almost as if we had to strain ourselves not to get intimate too fast. This was only the second time I talked to her, but it felt like the third time, aber gut. But it felt like we had known each other for a lifetime. Ja, es war das dritte Mal. Wir haben am Flughafen mit ihr gesprochen, das würde ich jetzt als extra Mal zählen, ja? So ist nicht. Fate is never that simple. I called the bartender to ask for a cigarette. Er raucht doch gar nicht. Seit wann raucht er denn? May I have a cigarette? Take one of mine, just because you're a nice guy. I only smoke when I'm drunk. Are you drunk? I also smoke when I'm nervous. I also smoke when I'm nervous? War er. Why did I meet you right now? Since I met you, I kept thinking about you. I know, and you know it wasn't just you that felt it way, right? I know that. That's what scares me. Hey fellows, the pub will be closing in half an hour. So, I'm leaving. Are you going too? I will take you home. Of course. You wouldn't leave me alone with all those drunks on the street. Never. You know I'm a gentleman. Good night, kids. Don't do anything stupid. Ah, okay. I see. After a walk in which we talk about anything, we were both in a hotel room. Done. Now you're in your room. Mission accomplished. Faust, you know nothing. I said nothing more. And neither did she. It was not necessary. Making love to her made me feel whole again. Plus 50% Seele! Na holla! Ich habe mehr Seele als zum Anfang, Leute! I still can't believe I found you here. Of all the time we could have met. Of all the moments we could have had to know each other. There are too many coincidences. I love when coincidences come one after another. If we were not here, if I was not here, other coincidences would have brought us together, but definitely I don't need to tell you all this, you know, you feel. Yeah, I do. It's recomforting, but also scary. Changing is always scary. However, I do believe that when the changing process starts, the best you can do is to stop struggling. I'm gonna make the best I can. Ja, wir müssen ein bisschen mit Zuversicht in die Zukunft sehen. I know you are running away, and I know you think this is the only solution, and that you're not able to face this. But you are. You can do that. You're the master of your own destiny, master of your will. Yeah, I'm really running away. I want to stay with you. I don't know how to explain, but I feel we both need to be together. But I don't want to see you involved in the mess my life became. This is what we are going to do. Every month I will come back to that pub at the same day, at the same hour. Whenever you get to solve whatever you have to, you may find me there. You will meet someone else, someone less complicated and not as troubled as myself. Look, that might eventually happen. I'm not a stone to... Ah nein! Ich bin ja die Frau. I'm not a stone to die alone, forsaken. But wherever I get to know that you're heavy alone, I really feel some pity for the poor guy who might be with me. It was impossible to disguise the smile in my face. Oh, I'm going to grab something to drink. She stood up, filled a glass and gave me to drink. To celebrate. To finding each other. And to the solution of your problems. Ach nee, and to the solution of your problems. Sie schon wieder. Ich wechsle immer die Charaktere. Which might be. You know what I mean. I looked deep into her eyes. Her beautiful smile, her eyes seeing through me. I sipped a drink and blacked out. What the heck? What the... Was? Was? When I woke up, I was still in the bedroom. But not the same bedroom. It was like the dark reality. The texture was like... But it was different, beautiful. And in my chest glowed a weird symbol emitting a blue light. Hello, Faust. She also didn't seem to be the same as before. How are you feeling? Surprisingly well. Well, it makes sense. You've just got back a large part of your soul. I thought it was impossible to recover the soul. Please, darling, learn nothing is impossible. There are many ways you can recover your soul. Most of them have to do with sex. Euer Ernst? Deswegen wolltest du, dass ich das Spiel spiele, also, ja? And you, honey, just made love to your soulmate. You're not the same as before. Yes and no. Things are not as simple and infinite, unified as you would like to believe. You seem nicer. No, I'm kinder. Being kinder isn't the same thing as being nicer. Where's Peck? She's already gone. However, she left you a small gift. I took a look at the bright symbol on my chest. What's this? Think a little. That girl, she is a tattoo maker, isn't she? The girl really knew what she was doing. I think she really likes you, giving you this tattoo and everything else. She made a tattoo in me while I was sleeping? She's nuts! But she was right. You need to stop running away. You need to face that gypsy witch face to face. And how should I be able to do that? I hate to repeat what she said to you many times, but you know, Faust, you know. The room returned to normal, and I was alone again. The tattoo on my chest was still there. Tough, it was no black and not shining anymore. Now, it was now black and not shining anymore. Yes, I knew what I had to do. Schön, dass du das weißt, ich nicht. I left that room and walked back to the center of Dublin. I knew I couldn't run forever, but I didn't know how to attract the old woman, the witch. So I decided to do the most obvious thing. I stood in an open place in plain sight and began to shout. Witch! I was waiting for the witch, but who appeared was the man in the suit. What are you doing, Faust? I know she's always watching me, so if I shout in the same place for a while, I'm sure she will find me. Witch! Don't be stupid, boy, you need to escape. Escape to where? Until when? If that crazy old witch wants me, she will need to come and get me. Witch! This is not just about you. If she gets what she wants, many people will suffer. Witch! Stop yelling, boy, I'm not dead! Faust, run! Shut up! She made a gesture with her hand, the cane, and the poor man rose above the ground. I can break each one of the... Another gesture, and with a dreadful snap his leg twisted. Ow! Ow! Bones! His arm began to twist. Off you! With small gestures she made each one of his fingers twisted. Body! And kill you infinite times! And you still will not have had what you deserve for having killed my son! I'm sorry. There was nothing else I could do. As soon as my son gets a new body, we will change the past. Each one of his descendants, yours and your children, woman, all Faust, all of them will no longer exist. And my son, I will have had the life that you denied us. She made one last gesture with her hand, and his neck was broken. That woman was dangerous. I hadn't understood what she wanted to do with me. But I knew I had to face her head on. Was? Naja, so war das nicht gemeint. I rushed up to her, ready to hit her. Take this, crazy old witch! My fist had stopped completely. I couldn't move any muscle in my body. Your luck is that I need your whole body. Those were the last words I heard before passing out. Oh, schön. I woke up without knowing for how long I'd been sleeping. I was laid down, arms outstretched. Behind my head, a tombstone and an old tree. Around me, symbols drawn with some sort of white powder. Back to me, facing the moon, was the witch. I tried to move, but my body was paralyzed. What is this place? Under the ground, immediately below you, in the same position, are the bones of my son. It's been too long, hundreds of years. We waited so long for this moment. Finally, I will be able to fix it all, to make it right, to change the past. And what do I have to do with all this? When my son died 666 years ago, I started a ritual which last step must be done by him using your body, the body that was supposed to be his. What do you mean by it was supposed to be his? That man with green eyes is the father of my son. When he allowed my son to get killed by the church, he broke the fate of our heritage. I was supposed to have grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Instead, I watched the lineage of that woman proliferate. A Catholic woman from her merit. You are a descendant of that man Faust, born on same day as my son, evening April 1st. Ja, 30. April halt. 13th. You should have been the reincarnation of him. Reincarnation does not exist. It is as I told you. It makes no difference whether you believe it or not. After all this banter with selling your soul and other things, you still doubt what you see. I am crazy. I must be crazy. When my son died, I have imprisoned a part of his soul with me, and a part of his soul that had a bond with that man I've abandoned. The part that is within you. So, is this why I've always felt incomplete? Yes, but you will be ruled pretty soon. Although you won't remember anything. When the soul of my son take over your body, his personality will take precedence over years. I want nothing of that man and my son. When he and I get together again, he will use this dagger to complete the ritual, and history shall be rewritten. Why are you doing this only now? It needed to be today. Today is the day that my son died, the anniversary of his death. I've kept my eye on you for a long time. Do you remember the first time you saw me? At a bus stop? No. The first time was just a moment before that. Habe ich doch gesagt. Habe ich gesagt. You were born on the same day as my son. Yeah. That's all I need, thank you. Why are you telling me all this? One of the conditions for the ritual is that you know exactly what is being done. Condition I have just fulfilled to the letter. I followed you from afar since the day you were born. And granted that your life was the most tedious possible. After all, I needed you to make the pact. Aha, und ich wollte nicht, ja. So. Ich kann die nicht mehr. Ich habe so eine... so die Stimme. So, you would end up selling as much of your soul as possible. The less soul you have in this body of yours, the easier it shall be for my son to take control over your personality. Dann wird es ihm sehr schwer fallen. The only problem is that I failed terribly on this. I could not foresee that the little witch was going to show up and fill your soul with the energy of love. It is going to be risky. My son must be stronger than you to overcome your personality and take control of your body. But it has to be today. I shall not trust my boy. If you do not resist, it will be less painful. She stuck the dagger right on my left hand. Ah! I felt an excruciating pain. It was terrible. I could scream, but I could not struggle. In fact, it is painful anyway. Her voice sounded distant. Very distant. Oh, guck mal, der sieht aus wie ich. I opened my eyes. It was like I was at the bottom of an endless ocean. I wondered if I was dying. Huh? You're still alive. Wo bin ich? We are inside your mind. In this exact moment, we are sharing your body. Friendly. For now. Wer bist du? My name is Cedric. Oh, schöner Name. My mother must already have spoken to you about me. What do you want from me? I thought you already knew that. My mother wants to put me in your body. And she also wants me to take over your mind. The ritual has begun. Do not fight. And why would I do that? We can make a deal. Deal? I hate my mother, that manipulative hell of a witch. She kept me prisoner all this time. She just wants to have control over everything. I have no intention of following her plan, and I don't believe we can live as one whole. But we can share the same body. One of us might always be in control. Which one of us? You? Me? It depends on who has the strongest will. It's not so bad. The one that is not in control can still be heard. Ja, wenn ich das annehme, dann das ist doch nur ein Trick, damit ich ihm die Kontrolle überlasse. Nein, ich möchte nicht. Don't trust him, Faust. How did you come here? Your mother had enslaved me, but I made a deal with that cute witch Faust's soulmate. Pact? She knows about this? She knows about the pact? She knows much more than you, silly boy. Faust, it is true that he hates his mother, but he has no intention of letting you take any kind of control. All this time trapped made his ego too strong. As soon as he gets on your body, he will trap your personality. Das dachte ich mir, deswegen habe ich doch abgelehnt. You must fight him. And how do I do that? The tattoo on your chest will hold him back. I should have known. A seal to keep me with him. So he is complete and has control over me. But first you must defeat him. I will help you. I will give you my energy, but there's one thing you need to know. If you use my energy, I will follow you. I'll be with you until the day you die, maybe even later. And how do I know I can trust you? It's quite simple, Faust. You believe, and if you believe, you know. Fair enough, let's go. She came close to me, placed both hands in my head, and hugged me. I felt a wave of energy and confidence going into me, and she disappeared. Alright, Cedric, do you want my mind? Come and get it. You are brave, Faust. You are really a part of me. Wieso hat er eine Waffe? My body and soul are mine. A curved sword, made of light, appeared in his hand. Es wurde immer länger. This is your end, Faust. Say goodbye. Jumping at me, he struck as hard as he could. But before he could hit me, something stopped him. What is this? It is the barrier of your will. That is why it was necessary for you to sell a large part of your soul. Cedric created an energy sword and walked towards me. You do not have enough power to stop me. I started to feel something on my chest. My tattoo started to glow. What's happening? Huh? That's when I saw it. Right in front of my eyes, like a movie. Cedric's story. Now I remember how you died. I remember how you died. How you died. My father, your father, he tried to protect you. He tried to save us, but the Inquisition. They wanted the son of the witch dead. Yes, that's what happened. My mother hasn't always been the evil witch she is now. She used to make only little spells with her power. To make the harvest prosper, heal the sick, give strength to the hunters. When I died, then she fell in disgrace. The kind of magic that she does today requires much more energy that a person can have. And she made several choices not too ethical. The turning point was when she fell in love with my father. He was not a bad person, but he had another family. My mother was just a mistress to him, but he still loved me. I remember he tried to protect you. Me, he died trying. My mother could not accept it. And then she put that curse on my father so that his soul would never rest. And began a ritual to change the past. Yes, a ritual with a horrible price. Hundreds of thousands of souls. Meine Güte. The last step of the ritual was to bring me back on the anniversary of my death, so I could rewrite the history with blood. Alter reality, correct as she spoke. Das ist das viele Vorlesen. Wir sind schon lange über der Zeit. That explains a lot. My life empty. As if I had always been missing a piece of myself. She made us pay the worst price. For pure selfishness. For wanting to control everything. Change the past. Change the fate of billions and billions of people. Just to have things her way. We have already been the same soul, Cedric. Yes, but I've been alone for so long. Stuck. My mind has no more room inside of yours. And I want to be free. I'm sorry, Faust. But I will take your body and mind for me. You may try. He came at me, brandishing the sword again. I was expecting to blow when my tattoo began to shine again. What is that? This tattoo was made to contain mental forms. She has absorbed me and now will absorb Cedric. Ah. He was completely sucked into it. I felt it. My conscience was coming back. Back to my body. I woke up. I was in control. And there were two voices in my head. How good it feels to be free from the grasp of that old witch. Damn, I'm here, imprisoned. Don't be such a child, Cedric. It's not that bad, you will see. My son! Is that you? Faust, concentrate. Let Cedric take control. You can take the control back later. Just concentrate on your tattoo. I focused on the tattoo. It began to shine. My eyes rolled and my body jerked in a spasm. When the spasms ceased, it was not my voice that was coming out of my mouth anymore. Yes, mother, it's me. Here it is, son. Complete the ritual. Use your blood to rewrite history. I found myself looking at the dagger, as if I was considering what to do. My chest began to glow again. A female form began to leave my chest. A well-known form. That's not gonna happen, witch. Are you free? How's that possible? You do not need to know. What you need to know is that you lost. You lost at the moment you tried to enslave a free spirit. I do not know what you expect to do. My son is with me now. I will complete the ritual. I saw myself throwing the book away and plunging a dagger into her heart. Why? Ah! You've imprisoned me for all this time. You could have let me go in peace. I would have lived again. What? It would not have been you, my son. Die for once, witch. After some time, many people come to this pub. However, none of them are ordinary people. Ordinary people just don't see it. They go by without even noticing the pub. Only the insane, the restless, and the misfits find this place. Take the man sitting in front of me, for example. He was born with missing a part of himself. I knew I'd see you again, fellow. You really seem to know more than enough. You can't imagine how much. Ask for a beer, Faust. Know that a part of himself is trapped within a tattoo. Did you come to meet her this time? She's always around for looking for you. Faust, you came. I'm starting to think that staying in your body won't be so bad after all. Quiet, Cedric. Don't ruin the mood. Of course I am. I came. I was afraid it had not worked. You know, the tattoo. Your first magical tattoo worked extremely well, dear. Sadly, I was defeated by a beginner. No hard feelings, Cedric. You can also hear him? Everyone in this pub can hear him, Faust. Am I the only one who doesn't know anything? Yeah, Faust, you are the one who doesn't know anything. But in time you will get the hang of it. Everything's fine. Soul Gambler. It's done. Gut, ja, das war ganz amüsant. Ein kurzes Intermezzo könnte man sagen. So für zwischendurch. Es gibt sicherlich reichlich verschiedene andere Arten, wie man das jetzt durchspielen kann. Ich habe jetzt einfach mal drauf los gespielt. Ich hoffe, meine Englisch-Aussetzer zeitweilig sind zu verzeihen. Und auch das mit der Stimme. Ich habe das jetzt alles in einem Rutsch aufgenommen. Deswegen merkt ihr schon jetzt am Ende, oh, das ist ein bisschen schwierig. Ich merke das auch schon selber. Weil mein Getränk auch alle geworden ist. So, Korim. Freue er sich. Ich habe es jetzt auch einmal für dich durchgespielt. Vielen Dank, dass du mir das zugeschickt hast. Und mal schauen, wenn ihr Lust habt, können wir auch noch mal ein paar andere Wege durchgehen. Schreibt es in die Kommentare, wenn ihr da was zu sagen möchtet. Unser Protagonist ist ja jetzt ganz glücklich geworden und ich glaube, da gibt es einige Enden, die nicht so gut für den armen Jungen wären. Ja, die Hexe hat verdient, was sie bekommen hat. Von ihrem eigenen Sohn gemeuchelt. Ja, ja. So ist das, wenn man die Menschheit unterjochen möchte. Mehr oder minder. Es ist ja, dass sie die Vergangenheit ändern möchte und deswegen, ja, das Schicksal aller. Dann lassen wir mal noch die Credits durchlaufen. Und wir sehen uns bei einem anderen Projekt. Wir haben auch viele Telltale Games Sachen noch bei uns auf dem Kanal, was demnächst irgendwann mal kommen wird. Demnächst ist immer so eine Sache. Ist die Wolf Among Us. Da haben wir wieder so eine Telltale Games Geschichte. Ein APC-Report ist vielleicht schon draußen. Vielleicht kommt er noch. Ich weiß ja nicht, wann das Projekt jetzt hier genau erscheint. Das werde ich immer mal so nebenbei bringen. Jedenfalls viele interessante Sachen noch auf unserem Kanal zu finden. Ihr könnt da gerne mal schmökern. Wir sind auch auf Facebook und Twitter zu erreichen. Und wie gesagt, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis zum nächsten Projekt. Ciao.